Welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday. It's misty but it's burning off. I think it's going to be another lovely day. A couple of jobs to do with the Jeep. I've done this in photos, so I'll just drop them in as I talk through. So that brake light switch underneath, there's a picture of it. It's as I always said, it's faulty like the original one was. So what I did was I unclipped the wiring, pulled it up here, put an extension on it, and I've routed it through this hole here, which all the wiring goes through into the firewall. That's all the instruments and the rear lights and stuff. Drops in underneath. So what I did was I drilled this. There's a photo of me drilling it, and this is this brake light switch which I got from Colin down at Bellhaven Bikes. Again, he's helped me out. He had this for his kit car, so I'm off to do a biscuit run once I finish the jobs. Oh, the rear trailer light that I put on, they are now green. They're brilliant. They're not too bright at night either. You have got the gap from the big round lights that used to be in that didn't really work. I'm not caring about that. Anyway, I can see at night all my dials, most importantly, or go through a tunnel, put your lights on, instant check everything. I don't actually go through tunnels with this, but anyway, you know what I mean. So what we did was drill the hole there, routed the cables through, put new flat connectors on, and I plugged them in, and I was working out, did I put a Jubilee clip on here or not, and that's just a big heavy duty cable tie. Do you like that? Yeah, brilliant, eh? Tatty masher, as it's called in Scotland. Oh, in Britain I guess it was all called that. Right, you got potatoes in England, tatties in Scotland. Tatty masher. Right, so anyway, cable tied it on so I don't break that because it's a plastic switch, and you can hear it working. So there's a video of it. I put the camera on the back to try it. So I've now got brake lights at work, and one more job to do. Now I know I'm moaning about buying stuff, pattern stuff from India, but that's £13 delivered in about 4 days. And what we have here is a pattern rear mirror stock. So this is too close, and when you try to drive it, it's a nightmare. And you will see folk with really long mirror stocks on a lot of the Jeeps, so it's way up here. So this one, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use that bottom bracket. I'm going to use the original. I'm only going to change this bit on my Jeep, and if we put this in the, excuse me, if we put this in the vise, you'll see the length it goes to. Try to do this one-handed. It's another one-handed garage film. Right, so there you go. That actually comes right out. So that one's so seized in I can't even just pull it out to use the one bit, or they made something for it, because that's just pipe flattened and drilled. So we'll put that on, and then I'll get the old green paint with disposable brush. Just when I'm unscrewing this, did you see all the Tonka toys in John Muir Park? No idea who put them out, no idea. But someone in a nice comment they said, re-welding Tonka toys into the wild, but they should go on and live a wonderful and loving life by someone else. And if they go off to new homes, then that's a nice thing. So there you go. And we'll go find a spanner to take that off. We'll see you at the bench. No, it's not 7/16. We're mucking around here trying to find the right size spanner. Oh. No. I don't think this should be a 10mm, but it is. Okay, so you can tighten these screws, these two, and it tightens up the ball, because that was what was wrong with these originally. But we need to look at this. See this? There's also a spring in there. So we just want to make this crimp, but we don't want to break the glass. Oops, like so. Don't do it too tight. Mole England, original mole grips. I've said already about them there. These were my late dad's. Can always get a repaint. Still rattling. Could be quite hard to stop this happening actually. What actually might be easier is just putting some silicone in. Actually, oh bollocks, I've just arsed it. Look, that's what happens when you try and fix things yourself. So what we do have is a pattern mirror, which is actually, I think, pretty crap. The magnification's all wrong. It's got an F script on it, funny enough, but it says Kingby and Ford, but it's new. So is it a genuine wartime one or not? It could be. We need to find the right imperial spanner for that. Anyway, let's abandon that now. What a shame. Well, that was the one that came on the Jeep, and this was an aftermarket one I bought before I found out what this screw does, which is adjust this up. So that was a new one I bought, as I say. Magnification on it's a bit mad, but who cares? Right. Also, we need to take this off. We need to go and find some spanners, and we'll come back to you. See if then they can go used again, something else. Straightforward, isn't it? So the adjuster screw goes about there. So I now got brake lights that work, which is good. So as I showed before, it's got stop LT for stop light, blackout, and convoy light, and then that's your full lights there, as you can see. So you had to click that onto one when you're driving it to get street light, brake lights, sorry, out in the streets. And you've just got to remember and unlock that when you park up, or you will flatten your battery. I need to go and find the right spanner for this. Oh no, I don't need to go and find. I will adjustable. Another news. I've just ordered a DJI Action 5 Pro camera and a mini mic, because I've just decided I need to up my game with my films quality. I want quality, I want hassle-free videoing, which everybody seems to be getting with them, and I also want to have, that is going, but it's tight. I think that needs a little file. See that? Oh no, it is going in. It's just a pin. Put that mirror, that washer on. Yeah, so I want a wireless mic, because as you know, you can't hear me when I'm on in this thing, and folk have said you can't hear me when I'm talking sometimes. So I'm not going to sell the GoPros like everyone else does. I'm going to keep them for, I'll still use them cycling. I'll still make just 1080 films are fine for the amount of views you get with the fat bike films. And then also the oldest of the two GoPro Hero 10s, G can use it out on a paddle board. And the thing is, I've bought two long, like low temperature bulbs for them, battery, sorry, for them. And I've got the battery boxes, you know, with spare batteries, so make the most of it all. Get them tightened up. Now if I'm not happy with this mirror, I'll swap it with the other side, because it's got the, sort of what I would call the correct magnification. This one's a bit mad. So we now have a lot bigger light, which can actually go out to there. I think I'll just keep it in quite close just now. And what I'll do is carefully paint it so when I want to pull it out, it doesn't thingy-my-bob. Doesn't, that's a good word, isn't it? Thingy-my-bob. Be seized with the paint. Okay. So we need an 8mm spanner for that. But just like that, even on that length, it's going to be way more usable. What we actually need to do with that is sit in the Jeep, put the right angle on it. It's bonkers the room in here, eh? How small they were. You sort of get, it's like I suppose the folk on the kit cars, they learn to sort of get in and out their own cars. So that's actually, that mirror, now that it's raised out, looks not too bad. Right, so that's the adjustment tight, and then there's a lock nut underneath. There you go. Now, I'm going to tighten that screw on the back of this stuff. It doesn't whirl too easy. So when you put this on, you want it to just go along the side of the Jeep, the rear of it. That's perfect, and then it can go in like that for when I'm in the garage. We'll get that little tighten. That's us done, folks. I'll come back now. Okay then, so that's that done. I've just checked my coolant and oil, so that's all ready to go. Just stick you on there, quick back, quick tighten. That's naturally not going to tighten. There you go, it's very tight. Try a finer screwdriver. And there you go, see? What that does is that just slows this down. So there you go. Perfect. Can you imagine using it way out? That must be if you've got loads on the back or something. Now, what else then? So the the weekend, the last film, did you like what the chaps? I've met the guy who owns that Stalwart, which is the 6-wheeler amphibious army vehicle. It's a Mark 1, but it's got a Mark 2 engine in it, he's saying, and really interesting guy. So I've got, his name's Midge. So hi Midge, if you're watching this. I don't think you're really you're up on YouTube or that, so you're probably saving yourself a lot of grief uploading things and watching things. But I'm going to give him a phone, and then I'll go down in the Jeep, let him see this. So it's nice to meet folk when you're out, it really is. Kelso's good for that. It's a right gathering point of all types of folk, not just on motorbikes, if folk were interested. And Bob pointed out, even with all the really nice bikes came and went, the amount of folk that look at those Enfields is phenomenal. The interest they get. Mine's out to get washed today, even though I'll not wash it. I just put it out because I was tinkering around. I actually re-oiled the chain. It's to be salty next week, I think. It's to be cold, so we'll grit the roads again. It is March. Anyway, I need to paint that. Get that done. That'll only take like half an hour to dry, and I'll get out for a quick spin. So I'll be back again. So the new GoPro, DJI Action 5 camera, that should be good. And I'll probably might make the move to 4K depending on how my internet speed can deal with that. But if it's 1080, it's 1080. I'm not doing it to make more money, because you can't seem to make any more money at YouTube. You just get your amount a month, and it'll pay over the 3 months. It'll pay for that camera. So if you know your YouTube, you can work out how much that is, and you know how much the cameras are. But I've given up with the whole monetization thing. I think the whole thing's a fix. I don't care what anyone else says, it is a fix, because I know really good channels and get hardly any views, properly produced channels, really well edited, good thumbnails, all this. Anyway, let's not go on about it. I don't care anymore. I want to make films for you guys that comment. Yous are the folk that inspire me and give me great advice or great ideas. And yeah, I've got ideas where I want to go with my channel. I've had a lot of really positive comments on local history and scenery and stuff, and that's when I'm out with a group ride with bikes, 1 or 2 or 5, whatever it is. It's just about following bikes and filming the other bikes. But when I'm on my own, that's when I can stop and look around old stuff. And I'm also going to start taking out the old maps with me, which show the old railway lines and everything, and start actually bringing places to life. And I've got a whole film I'm going to do about, I'll tell you, and you can maybe leave me some ideas. So I made a good point that I seem to be able to make films that connect with the past and a lot of forgotten stuff. And I'm going to do a film about how we are like in a modern age, digitally wise and everything, but we seem to be going backwards in this country. Healthcare, housing, road conditions, national health. But these bikes are a time travel, I think, and give you some ideas. But I think right now the air-cooled, stroke oil-cooled, classic 350, the J series 350s, and the 650 Royal Enfield range, whatever your taste is, Interceptor, Original, Bear, whatever, you know, custom ones. They're at the end of an era of motorbikes, because it's all going liquid cooled. Masses of digital crap on the clocks and all that, and I'm not interested in all that. These are the last of the old style bikes. We still need a trail bike one though, Royal Enfield, but probably only for like me that would want one that looks like a pre-65 bike. And this is the problem, you can't change wheel sizes because it affects the speedometer. With the ACU, everyone works around the ACU linked to the ABS. But let's not go down that rabbit hole. So anyway, see you in the next film. Thank you for watching and sticking by me. Cheers. I'm going to wash my hands too.